En estos días México ha tenido un encuentro muy importante en la capital de la República Mexicana, en la Ciudad de México, una semana de la ciencia e innovación que ha contado con gente de primerísima línea a nivel internacional y nacional, con el tema obviamente de la innovación, la ciencia, la tecnología.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Oh gosh. I guess I guess I imagined that maybe I would be some sort of a business person, probably the head of a company.
Okay. Yes, okay.
Actually, I wanted to be an entrepreneur and a business person.
Well, I loved science when I was growing up. I used to go and do science projects. I liked working with my hands to make science equipment or experiments. I got interested in making rockets for a while, and so we had all these explosions and stuff like that. My dad actually was a chemist, and so he was able to provide us raw materials for some of this stuff. So I always thought I was going to be a scientist, and then I went to college, studied physics. I went to graduate school in physics, did low temperature physics, and then switched to economics.
Well, I always knew I was going to be an engineer from the time I was 4 years old, because I've always had a curiosity. I've always wanted to know how things work. I was taking things apart, sometimes even putting them back together.
When I was 10 or 12, I knew I wanted to be a doctor.
I wanted to be a doctor, but I soon realized that what that meant is I wanted to make people healthier. And so rather than being a doctor, I took up a career first in medical research, then medical entrepreneurship.
My background's in arts. Both my parents are artists, so I was naturally going to be an artist myself when I was growing up. However, having said that, some of my father's friends were architects, and I'd always go to their houses when I was a young child, and they were modern houses generally, and I'd be overwhelmed with how spectacular these houses were. When the choice came, I was going to go off to art college, and it was my father who said, why don't you go and do something different? You can always return to art. So he encouraged me then to do architecture.
A musician. I thought, because my mother was a musician, a pianist, and so I thought being a musician might be fun. Or possibly being a judge.
A judge, okay.
I thought that could be fun too.
I'm not sure I had a single idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up. I knew I wanted to do something that was exploratory and involved with making new things, but I didn't know what that would be.